I'm back again, and I'm doing a lot better than I was last time I saw you. I know one or two commented on that I was looking a little bit rough, and I was a little bit rough, but we're getting there. Right, I wanted to come back on and do a follow-up for the the Chipping Sodbury Yarn Fest that we went to. That's now 2 weeks ago. So I'm afraid it's taken rather a long while to get myself back on my feet, but never mind. But this was the festival, and in the festival brochure, you actually got 2 patterns. That's the one. It's the Weaver shawl. And, oops, where's the other one? And the other one is the Sodbury Snuggle. So I'm trying to read it upside down. I was trying to work out how it was Sungle, but it wasn't.
Sungle.
Okay, yeah, I know. I was looking at it upside down. Okay. So that was the first thing we got. And already we had 2 free patterns. And you can see on here, I picked up lots and lots of leaflets from different people and cards. And I've kept all those, and I will hopefully be getting in touch with some of them. That went with that. I was gifted from the Fibre Fairy, who was one of the coordinators. She did gift me this gorgeous little stitch marker, which is like little mushrooms in a circle. Isn't that lovely? So there we go. So I've got all those. And other patterns that I bought this one. I didn't buy the yarn for this because it's cotton, and I have got a ton of cotton upstairs. So I bought the pattern, and the lady from Woolly Chic, and I can't remember her name. It's gone. But she was actually wearing one of these, and it looked so nice, and I said I'd like to make one of those. So I got that. So that's a future project coming up. And I got this one, and I've actually got the yarn for this in my bag, and it's right down the bottom. Hang on. Would be the one right at the bottom, wouldn't it? There we go. That's the 2. This one is Brin Pastoral sock yarn in Air, and this one is Brin Rustic sock wool in Arctic, and that's what they use for that pattern. So I'm going to have a go at that. So that's another project that will be coming up. So that'll be fun. Whoops. The first place I stopped and bought something from was actually the charity store. And from there, I got these 2 balls of wool that were £1 each. That one's sparkly. You probably can't see it in this light, but it's sparkly. And that was a lovely salmon pink that I just thought, oh, well, I'm going to have that. That's going to go in somewhere. So I had those. And I bought 2 books about knitting. And they're not actually what you're going to expect, because they're storybooks about people that are about a lady who's obsessed with knitting. There were 3 of them, but somebody had picked one up and was looking at it, and then I picked the other 2 up, not knowing there were 3, and then the other lady was going to take the 2 that I'd picked up, until Phil spotted her and said, "Are you having those books, Phil, Sophia?" And I said, "Yes." So the lady had to put them back down again. So I've got 2 books there to read, and there's no pictures. They're literally just stories. So I'm going to enjoy those. And then another pattern I picked up was a starflower wrap. Isn't that beautiful? And I think oh, I think I might have been using those two for that. But I did get some other yarns as well while I was there. And I bought these. I didn't buy a lot of yarn, but I did buy patterns. And I bought those 3. And these are Bluebell yarns. Okay, and that one's an Aran. Oh, they're all Aran. Would you believe? They're all Aran yarns. What are those lovely colours? So there will be another project coming up with those on. So let me pop those over there before they just disappear. And one thing I did find was I actually found the journal of the Knitting and Crochet Guild, who were there. So I picked up a couple of their magazines, and they've got lots of ideas in, and lots of things. They've got sugar starch, look on the back, and talking about the volunteers. So lots of things there. And then the last I was gifted this because I was talking about making fingerless gloves. So I was gifted this pattern for Lacy fingerless gloves. So that's another item that I'm going to be making, as well as the granny square ones. So I haven't forgotten those. So that was all the oh, and from the Knitting and Crochet Guild, I got a bag to carry everything in, because it went without a bag, needless to say. Never thought about taking a bag with me, but there you go. I got a bag while I was there, and then I got all those things as well. Got the patterns and everything else. And this is all going to go flying now, so let me put these away first. Oh, and if you think this is disorganised, you should have seen me at the show. I'd got stuff going everywhere, didn't I, Phil?
Good fun.
I was looking at so much stuff. It gave me so many ideas of things to do and things to make. And I came home absolutely almost overwhelmed with the variety of things and all the different yarns. I've never seen so many different yarns in one place. Let me pop all these back in there. So that was what I came home with. And this is the first time, thank you, Phil. That's the first time I've had a chance to show you that. But what I also came home with was the idea that, I know that was off a tutorial. I've got lots of projects that are going to be coming up off ideas that I got at the Yarn Festival. So you'll be able to look forward to those. In the meantime, one thing I did want to try and said I would try, and that I did try when I came home. Well, not when I came home. I actually tried it. It was the beginning of this week by the time I tried it. I wanted to try a corner to corner project because I've never done it. And I started off and I tried with a big hook, a big crochet hook, and it's a granny stitch one. And that I couldn't get my head around that. It was too big, and I was using double knit yarn. So I got some of the yarns from Angela. They're all in this bag here. I got them out and I was using them, and there's my needle. And as you can see, it's very bright, and I got a bit carried away while I was practicing. And that's where I've got to. Actually, that's the other side. It's that side you need to see. There we go. And I got a bit carried away. So that's where I've got to. And what I'm going to do with this is I've got some more. I'm up to there on the collars. I've done that in the wrong order. That should have been the yellow.
Oh.
Never mind. Not to worry.
Nobody noticed, did you?
No. I'm going to do, anyway, I'm going to do 2 repeats of all the colours and make it into a shawl. At some point, I'm going to do a square so that I'll learn how to take it from a triangle to a square. But at the moment, I'm so chuffed with this, I'm just going to make it into a shawl. And that's going to be for me. So I'm going to have a nice summer shawl with all the beautiful colours that Angela sent. And that will be lovely. I'll be able to show you that at a future date. And I was amazed at how quickly it made up. I couldn't get over it. I started doing it one lunchtime, and by tea time I'd done most of that. So I was like, okay, 3 hours, half a shawl, that's not bad. So that was that. So next time I see you, I've got some happy mail to show you, and I've got some projects that I'm going to be working on to show you, although you won't see them for a little while. So in the meantime, I'm going to go and sort those out, and I'll see you later. Take care now. Right. Bye.